Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best soundbar for TV.
Starting at number 5.
Philips Fidelio FB1. This one incorporates a couple of novel attempts to spruce up the regulation black box soundbar formula, namely the inclusion of real Scottish Muirhead leather edged trims, plus user-controllable Ambilight glowing lights around its two up-firing drive units. Nice touches, for sure, but the FB1 is a pain to both set up and operate. Not only is the supplied remote poorly labeled, but Philips expects users to configure this soundbar using two completely separate apps, one for sonic tweaking, the other, a variant of the DTS Play-Fi app, for routing streaming audio sources such as Spotify and Tidal. Granted, there's an impressive degree of versatility on offer here and connectivity is great, too. But, thanks to those disparate apps, it all feels complex and tiresome to get to grips with. Philips says a firmware update integrating both into one is on its way. It can't come quickly enough, in my view.
Coming at number 4.
Bose Smart Soundbar 900. Starting with the negatives again, Bose's flagship soundbar is topped with a dust-gathering glass bar containing touch-sensitive controls, while a front-facing LED light bar theoretically conveys status info by changing color and flashing in multiple different sequences. After a long time struggling to understand them, I simply gave up. Connectivity is above average and the initial setup is achieved via a well-featured iOS/Android app. This gives you the option of using Bose's ADAPTQ microphone-based calibration system, which operates in conjunction with a hardwired headset that you wear while sitting on the sofa. It actually works pretty well, successfully removing most sonic overhang, though it does also dull overall dynamics a touch.
At number 3.
Sony HTA5000. Sony's mid-range soundbar is intended to challenge the Sonos Arc above, but it's clearly superior on at least one front. In a clear nod to the PS5 owning demographic, Sony has fitted a pass-through HDMI input that's compatible with gaming-specific desirables like auto HDR tone mapping, variable refresh rate, VRR, and auto low latency mode, ALLM, support, as well as 4K at 120Hz action. You may be surprised to discover there are no adjustable EQ settings, beyond a fixed 3-step bass adjustment, but aside from a slightly bright treble, there's not too much wrong with the HTA5000's fundamental sound quality. With the sound field setting activated, the Sony creates a palpably wide, albeit 2D, soundstage, one that has some real height and is peppered with easily perceived spatial information, a boon for gamers.
Number 2 of my list.
JBL Bar 2.0. Make no mistake, the Bar 2.0 embodies the absolute minimum you need in a soundbar. So while you do get a basic remote, there's no display, just a multicolor color status LED. Music streaming is only possible via Bluetooth from your phone or tablet. There's no Wi-Fi. There's also no Dolby Atmos, although there is a smart mode, enabled by default, which adds a bit of EQ and signal processing for a rich sound effect. You can switch it out via a few button presses on the remote, but it switches itself back on when you restart. So warmed up stereo is what you're going to get from this one. And actually, I rather like it. JBL know how to do the basics very well. We rate their Flip 6 as one of the best Bluetooth speakers out there, and there's a straightforward honesty about the Bar 2.0's performance that grows you, as does the low price tag. Yes, speech can feel a little pinched and small, but complex movie soundtracks fare better, offering a scale and detail beyond what most modern TVs can provide. Cheap then, but definitely not nasty.
And number 1.
Sonos Arc. Since Sonos is famous for the quality of its soundbars, it might make sense to start with the negatives here. Firstly, there's no physical remote with the Arc because everything is controlled via the Sonos app on your smartphone/tablet. There's only one HDMI Arc input, see FAQ section below for explanations of these terms, when a second HDMI input should really be mandatory at this price level. And it feels odd that there's no Bluetooth. Now the good news. Once you've set it up using the TruePlay tuning exercise, to optimize the Arc's output for your room, day-to-day operation is a joy. If you need it, the app offers a wealth of control adjustments, as well as the ability to sync and group the Arc with other Sonos speakers you may have around the house, for simultaneous audio playback.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.